Have you ever wondered whether the people around you are truly sincere? Sometimes the friendliest smiles and the sweetest words can cleverly mask jealousy and lies. We often like to believe we are good judges of character, that we can easily identify who genuinely supports us. However, the reality is far more complicated. Deceit and jealousy often hide behind charming facades, making those harboring such feelings the most dangerous individuals in our lives. Picture this. You are celebrating a major milestone at work, basking in the warmth of congratulations from friends and colleagues. Yet deep inside, something feels unsettling. Why? Perhaps hidden within that cheerful crowd is someone who masks their envy behind their words of praise. They smile, but their eyes tell a different story if you know how to look. These subtle but potent signals can alert you to the presence of jealousy and deceit. In today's video, I will share with you 10 highly effective methods to detect these hidden emotions in others. These techniques are grounded in the time-tested wisdom of Stoic philosophy, which has endured for thousands of years. Stoicism teaches not only the control of your own emotions and the pursuit of peace of mind, but it also provides powerful insights into the behavior of those around you. By applying these Stoic principles, you will not only grow stronger emotionally, but also sharpen your wisdom in building and preserving meaningful relationships. These methods will serve as your shield, protecting you from toxic individuals and guiding you toward a life filled with more peace, happiness, and authenticity. Before we dive into the heart of the video, I have a special challenge for you. Commit to watching until the very end. Each method we cover is essential and interconnected, forming a powerful toolkit to help you stay true to yourself and make wiser choices in your relationships. Don't miss a single insight that could change your life for the better. If you are ready to embark on this journey of growth and wisdom, leave a comment below saying, "I am ready to embark on the journey." Let's begin. Before we begin, let me invite you to truly open your mind and heart. We are about to explore principles that have stood the test of time, shaping great thinkers and leaders for millennia. Observe their actions, not their words. One of the foundational teachings of Stoic philosophy reminds us of a vital truth. Do not place blind trust in words. Place your trust in actions. Words are fleeting and can easily be twisted, masked, or even fabricated. Actions, however, are raw and honest. They are the truest reflection of an individual's character and intentions. When interacting with people, make it a habit to look beyond the surface. Pay close attention to any inconsistencies between what they say and how they behave. Someone might seem warm and supportive in conversation, yet their behavior might reveal subtle signs of resentment, envy, or dishonesty. For instance, a colleague may praise your recent achievements with seemingly genuine enthusiasm, but behind the scenes, they might sow seeds of doubt or quietly sabotage your efforts. Reflect for a moment. Have you ever sensed that someone who professed loyalty and support somehow repeatedly failed you in critical moments? Have you encountered individuals who eagerly promised to help but conveniently disappeared when you truly needed them? These inconsistencies are not mere accidents. They are often rooted in jealousy, insecurity, or hidden rivalry. The great Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius, wisely advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Actions, not words, serve as irrefutable evidence of a person's true character. Consider a friend who constantly reassures you of their unwavering support, yet consistently vanishes when hardships arise. Despite their comforting promises, their absence during tough times speaks louder than any comforting words ever could. It is these repeated patterns of behavior that reveal a person's core nature far more clearly than their spoken assurances. An essential exercise is to observe how people act when they believe no one is watching, or when they have nothing tangible to gain. It is in these moments, stripped of social pretenses, that a person's true character often emerges. Are they kind when no reward is promised? Are they honest when dishonesty would be easier? These subtle observations are the keys to distinguishing those who are genuine from those who only appear to be. By mastering this principle, you empower yourself to protect your heart, your energy, and your peace, ensuring that your relationships are built on authenticity and mutual respect. By choosing to focus more on people's actions rather than their words, you will begin to perceive the true depths of their character. This vital practice doesn't just help you uncover the hidden realities about your friends, colleagues, and acquaintances. It also invites you to turn the mirror inward and examine your own behavior. Always remember, it is not what we claim or promise that defines us. It is what we consistently do that shapes our character. If mastering the art of recognizing jealousy and deceit could transform your relationships forever. 2. Evaluate their response to your success. One of the most telling indicators of someone's true feelings lies in how they react to your success. In everyday life, a person's reaction to your achievements can serve as a window into their heart. Those who harbor jealousy often struggle to hide their discomfort when they witness others succeed. Instead of genuine happiness, you might detect thinly veiled envy, criticism without basis, hollow congratulations, or an obvious sense of unease cloaked beneath polite smiles. Such behaviors are far from harmless. They not only corrode the foundation of trust in a relationship, but also lay bare the darker aspects of human nature: resentment, insecurity, and bitterness. There is an ancient wisdom that says, the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Those who are truly wise, respectful, and supportive understand this principle deeply. They recognize that your growth and success are not threats, but celebrations of your dedication and hard work. They feel genuine happiness for you because they value progress, not just for themselves but for others as well. On the other hand, those who secretly resent you will view your accomplishments as glaring reminders of their own perceived shortcomings. They may see your success as a mirror reflecting what they have failed to achieve, breeding feelings of inferiority and bitterness. Instead of celebrating your journey, they see your triumphs as an indictment of their own inertia. Think back carefully to the last time you reached a major milestone, whether it was a promotion, a personal breakthrough, or a cherished dream realized. Reflect on the reactions of those closest to you, who cheered you on sincerely, with eyes sparkling with joy, on your behalf, and who offered lukewarm congratulations, backhanded compliments, or even subtle attempts to minimize your success. Supportive and sincere individuals will share in your happiness without envy. Their encouragement is wholehearted, uplifting, and devoid of negativity. Their smiles are genuine, their praise is unforced, and their presence reaffirms that true friendship is about mutual growth and celebration. Conversely, those who harbor jealousy may attempt to diminish your victories. They might spread whispers behind your back, make snide remarks disguised as jokes, or insist that your achievements were just luck or circumstance. Anything to discredit the effort you put in. These subtle actions, left unchecked, can create a toxic environment that drains your energy and spirit. So what should you do once you recognize jealousy and deceit taking root in your relationships? Will you confront these individuals openly, or will you quietly distance yourself to preserve your peace? According to the timeless teachings of Stoic philosophy, the answer is clear. We must learn to let go of what we cannot control. We cannot change the hearts of others, but we can choose to guard our own hearts, protect our happiness, and build our lives surrounded by sincerity, encouragement, and wisdom. Stay true to your journey, and do not allow the bitterness of others to cloud your path to growth. Focus on what you can control. One of the key pillars of Stoic philosophy is the understanding that we must focus our energy on what we can control: our actions, our growth, and the relationships we cultivate. Instead of getting entangled in the destructive cycle of jealousy, lies, and resentment, we are encouraged to pour our efforts into self-development and the nurturing of sincere, meaningful connections. We can gain valuable insight into a person's honesty and character not only by observing their reaction to our successes, but also by closely watching how they treat those who are in positions of lesser power or influence. Notice how they interact with those who cannot benefit them. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that true respect, compassion, and kindness should be extended to every human being, regardless of their social standing or ability to offer us something in return. A noble soul does not measure a person's worth by their title, status, or influence. Instead, they see and honor the inherent dignity within every individual. When evaluating others, pay close attention to how they behave around people who seemingly hold no advantage for them. Truly virtuous individuals, whether they stand at the heights of power or walk among the ordinary, will always treat everyone with a consistent level of kindness, patience, and sincere respect. Whether speaking with a country's prime minister or interacting with a service worker, a person of true integrity maintains the same genuine attitude. Conversely, those who are jealous, deceitful, or self-serving often exhibit kindness and politeness only when it serves their personal interests or when they are under scrutiny. Behind closed doors or when no one is watching, they may display arrogance, cruelty, and disdain toward those they deem unimportant. Their behavior is transactional, not compassionate. It is guided by what they can gain rather than by any deep-seated principle of goodness. Pay close attention. If someone's attitude drastically shifts depending on the status or influence of the person they are interacting with, this is a significant red flag. It suggests that their respect is not for people themselves, but for the power, privilege, or advantage those people represent. Such behavior is not only a mark of insecurity and pettiness, but also an unmistakable signal of deeper jealousy and deceit hidden beneath a polished surface. Imagine, for example, a colleague who is endlessly courteous, charming, and deferential toward superiors but becomes rude, dismissive, or even harsh with service staff or subordinates. This contrast reveals far more about their true character than any well-rehearsed speech or public act of kindness ever could. They respect authority, not humanity. Their conduct exposes the smallness of their spirit and the deep cracks in their character. In observing how others treat the vulnerable, we are also given a profound opportunity for self-reflection. How do you yourself behave toward those who hold no power over you? Are your kindness and compassion conditional, or do they flow freely from your principles and values? Recognizing these subtle shortcomings in your own behavior is the beginning of true self-mastery and personal evolution. According to Stoic wisdom, self-awareness and consistent virtuous action are the hallmarks of a truly wise and noble individual. Never forget. The way a person treats those of lower status is one of the most honest reflections of their soul. In it you will glimpse either a heart ruled by selfish interests or a spirit governed by true wisdom and compassion. Start applying this method in your everyday life. Observe carefully, and you will soon notice subtle yet powerful shifts in how you perceive the people around you. Distinguish between praise and flattery. One of the most overlooked but crucial distinctions in dealing with others is learning to separate sincere praise from excessive flattery. Stoic philosophy warns us, excessive flattery is a strong indicator of deceit, hidden jealousy, or ulterior motives. Yet many people eager for validation miss these critical signs. True compliments are always constructive. They are appropriate in proportion and heartfelt, aimed at encouraging your growth rather than manipulating your emotions. However, when praise crosses the line into extravagance, when it feels exaggerated, insincere, or disconnected from reality, you should exercise caution. It is vital to remember that your self-worth must never be dependent on the opinions or praise of others, especially when those compliments seem designed to sway or influence you. Ask yourself, do the compliments you receive genuinely correspond to your actual achievements, or do they seem artificially inflated? When receiving praise, it is wise to quietly ask, does this person have an agenda? Are they trying to gain something from me? Excessive unearned flattery often serves as a mask that can hide jealousy, manipulation, or the desire to control. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and emperors, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This applies just as much to receiving praise. While kind words can feel rewarding, you must remain grounded. If compliments come from a place of manipulation, they can lower your defenses, making you more vulnerable to deception. Thus, instead of being swept away by a tide of sweet words, remain anchored in your core values. Evaluate compliments objectively. Let your sense of self-worth be rooted in who you are and what you stand for, not in how others choose to flatter you. A common example can be found in the workplace. You may encounter colleagues who seem extremely friendly and full of compliments in public settings. Yet when difficulties arise or when you truly need their support, they are nowhere to be found. Or worse, they undermine you behind closed doors. Such behavior reveals their true colors. Recognizing and handling excessive flattery not only protects you from hidden dangers, but also helps you live more authentically, forging relationships based on sincerity and mutual respect. Have you ever encountered a situation where you felt overwhelmed by flattery? How did it make you feel and how did you respond? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your stories are a valuable resource for us all on this journey of growth. Monitor consistency. Another vital lesson in identifying jealousy and deception is learning to assess consistency over time. Stoic philosophy teaches us that saying the right thing is easy. Doing the right thing consistently is what reveals a person's true essence. When evaluating someone's sincerity, observe how their actions align with their stated values and principles. A person of integrity will behave consistently across various situations, whether or not anyone is watching. Their character remains steady, even when it's inconvenient. However, a jealous or deceitful individual often cannot maintain such consistency. They might appear warm, friendly, and supportive when it benefits them. But as soon as circumstances change, or you are no longer useful to their goals, their attitude shifts dramatically. Their facade cracks. For example, someone may loudly praise your achievements in public but secretly criticize you behind your back. You may even notice subtle signs, forced smiles, awkward body language, strange gestures when they offer you compliments. These behaviors are not usually isolated incidents. They tend to form patterns if you watch closely and patiently. The key is not to rush to judgment. Instead, observe over time. Does their behavior consistently align with their words? Are they sincere with everyone, regardless of what they might gain? Or do they flatter some and ignore or mistreat others based on personal interest? A person who changes their demeanor based on what they stand to gain is revealing deep insecurity and a lack of moral foundation. In contrast, someone who treats all people with equal respect, whether they are powerful or powerless, demonstrates true wisdom and sincerity. Ask yourself, do you notice anyone in your life whose behavior seems inconsistent? Are there individuals who proclaim certain values but whose actions betray those very principles when circumstances shift? If the answer is yes, it's a warning. Stay cautious around such people. Jealousy and deceit thrive in inconsistency. We are now halfway through our journey together today. Thank you for your presence, your reflection, and your commitment to mastering the art of recognizing sincerity through the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Your support is an invaluable source of encouragement for us in our mission to bring the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy to more people around the world. If you find these lessons meaningful, please consider liking and sharing this video. By doing so, you help spread these powerful teachings to your relatives, friends, and beyond, contributing to the creation of a more peaceful, wise, and compassionate world. If you are ready to fully embrace the path of the Stoic and infuse your life with energy, self-awareness, and resilience, leave a comment saying, "Always observe carefully." Let us know that you are prepared to continue this transformative journey with us through the next 5 lessons. 6. Observe their attitude when criticized. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most revered Stoic philosophers, once said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change. For I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. It is the person who continues in their self-deception and ignorance who is harmed." This profound insight highlights a crucial marker of true wisdom and sincerity: the ability to accept constructive criticism with humility and openness. For a genuine Stoic, criticism is not an assault on the ego, but an invaluable opportunity for growth, learning, and self-improvement. Their ultimate goal is to align themselves more closely with truth and virtue, not to protect their pride. Conversely, Those who are jealous, deceitful, or insecure often reveal their true nature when faced with criticism. Instead of reflecting, they react defensively, sometimes lashing out, retaliating, or even seeking to discredit the person offering the feedback. Such reactions are fueled by fear of exposure, fear of vulnerability, and fear of confronting their own flaws. Reflect for a moment. Have you ever seen a colleague or acquaintance who responded to honest, well-meaning criticism with anger or hostility? This kind of reaction often points to deep insecurities and an inability to handle self-reflection, a clear sign of someone whose external image masks inner turmoil. Consider an example from the workplace. A wise and sincere leader welcomes feedback, even when it is uncomfortable. They understand that openness to critique is essential for personal growth and for cultivating a healthy, effective, and positive environment. They encourage employees to speak honestly and view criticism as a collaborative opportunity. On the other hand, a deceitful and jealous leader may react entirely differently. They might dismiss or punish employees who dare to question or criticize them, fostering an atmosphere of fear, resentment, and stagnation. Such behavior is deeply corrosive, both to their leadership and to the spirit of the organization. Take a moment for honest self-reflection as well. When was the last time you were criticized? How did you react? Were you willing to listen, absorb, and consider the feedback? Or did you immediately feel the urge to justify, argue, or deflect? Your reaction offers profound insight into your own journey toward becoming a more resilient and wise individual. Before we move forward to lesson number 7, allow me to ask you an important question. Have you noticed someone around you who frequently judges or compares others? If so, it may be time to reconsider the nature of that relationship. Why is this so important? Let's explore further in the next lesson. Attentively notice unintentional comparisons. In our daily lives, comparisons, sometimes subtle, sometimes overt, are everywhere. They often slip out unconsciously, disguised as harmless remarks or casual observations. Yet according to Stoic philosophy, these seemingly innocuous comparisons can reveal hidden jealousy, insecurity, and deceit. Listening carefully and analyzing these comparisons is a powerful and effective method for recognizing envious or insincere individuals. When someone consistently compares you to others, or themselves to others, it often indicates an underlying dissatisfaction with their own achievements or circumstances. Instead of focusing on personal growth and self-improvement, they measure their worth by external benchmarks, often becoming resentful or bitter when they perceive others as doing better. Unintentional comparisons may sound innocent on the surface. It's great you got promoted, though John got a bigger raise last year. Or your project was good, but did you see how amazing Lisa's presentation was? These remarks, while appearing neutral or even supportive, subtly plant seeds of doubt and competition. Truly wise and sincere individuals, however, do not feel the need to compare. They recognize that everyone's journey is unique, and they celebrate the success of others without feeling threatened or diminished. If you consistently hear comparisons from someone close to you, take notice. It might reveal that beneath their words lie hidden feelings of jealousy, rivalry, or even resentment. As you move forward, stay alert, not only to how others behave toward you, but also to the language they use when speaking about your achievements. It is through these small windows that true character and hidden envy often reveal themselves. When someone habitually and unconsciously compares you to others, they often reveal far more about their own insecurities than about your true worth. These comparisons are rarely neutral. They frequently spring from hidden feelings of jealousy, inadequacy, and resentment. For example, if a colleague constantly measures your achievements against others, subtly pointing out how someone else might have done better, it may be a sign that your success threatens them. Instead of celebrating your progress, they attempt to diminish it, making you question your own value. This tactic is often a psychological defense mechanism, masking their own insecurities and painting a false image of superiority. Imagine a specific scenario. You accomplish a significant milestone at work, something you have poured your heart and energy into. Instead of simply congratulating you, a colleague remarks, "That's good, but I think John is still better at it." On the surface, this may seem like a casual comment. In truth, it's often a veiled expression of jealousy, a way to downplay your achievement and subtly suggest you are still less than someone else. By learning to listen carefully to these unconscious comparisons, you gain valuable insight into who genuinely supports you and who does not. True friends and sincere individuals don't need to validate their admiration for you by putting you in competition with others. They recognize and appreciate your unique worth without resorting to comparisons. Ask yourself, who in your life frequently makes these subtle comparisons? Can you truly trust someone who consistently undermines your sense of accomplishment? When you hear such demeaning remarks, notice your emotional response. Does it create doubt, irritation, or insecurity within you? Stoic philosophy teaches us an empowering lesson. Such external remarks are beyond our control. It is not the comparison itself that harms us, but how we choose to respond to it. By maintaining a clear distinction between external influences and our internal state, we protect our peace of mind and emotional resilience. Do you agree with this Stoic perspective? If so, like the video to affirm your agreement. If you have doubts or see another side, feel free to comment 0 so we can engage in a meaningful discussion and uncover deeper layers beneath these everyday interactions. 8. Pay attention to their reactions to personal failures. Another powerful way to discern the true nature of a person is by observing how they respond to their own failures. Stoicism teaches that failure is not a sign of weakness, but a test of patience, maturity, and character. Strong, wise, and honest individuals accept failure with humility. They view setbacks not as personal catastrophes but as valuable learning experiences, essential stepping stones toward self-improvement and inner strength. They take responsibility for their mistakes without seeking to blame others or hide from the truth. In contrast, deceitful and insecure individuals handle failure very differently. Rather than confronting their shortcomings, they often react defensively or aggressively. They may shift blame onto others, make excuses, or attempt to conceal their mistakes out of fear of judgment or exposure. Their primary concern is not growth, but maintaining an illusion of perfection and superiority. Observing how someone deals with failure reveals volumes about their true motivations and resilience. Do they demonstrate a willingness to learn, improve, and take ownership of their actions? Or do they prioritize preserving their ego above all else? Reflect on the people around you and yourself. How have you or those close to you reacted when faced with defeat or criticism? Have failures been embraced as opportunities to grow, or met with anger, denial, and blame? By recognizing these patterns, you not only become more discerning about those you trust, but also take important steps toward mastering your own responses and living more authentically, aligned with the Stoic ideal of unwavering self-honesty. Those who possess genuine strength of character embrace failure with humility and a deep desire to improve themselves. They recognize mistakes as inevitable stepping stones along the journey of growth. These individuals do not shy away from acknowledging their faults. Instead, they learn, adapt, and strive to do better. Such people are worthy of your trust and admiration. Conversely, individuals harboring jealousy and deceit react very differently to failure. Rather than facing shortcomings head-on, they instinctively seek external excuses to rationalize their mistakes. They blame circumstances, colleagues, or even fate itself, rather than turning inward for honest reflection. Their primary aim is not self-betterment but the preservation of a fragile ego. Often they will go to great lengths to fabricate stories or speak poorly about others, shifting attention away from their own faults. They create illusions to protect their self-image, hiding their insecurities behind a smokescreen of blame and rationalization. Have you ever encountered someone who, whenever difficulties arise, always blames others? If so, have you considered that this might be a warning sign of hidden jealousy and deceit? To recognize this pattern more clearly, pay close attention the next time someone faces a setback. Do they acknowledge their role and seek to learn, or do they deflect responsibility and weave excuses? An honest and resilient individual will own their mistakes and use them as fuel for growth. while a deceitful person will prioritize ego preservation above all else. Daku Ikata once wisely stated, "A person's true nature is revealed in moments of greatest adversity." This timeless observation aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy. The way someone responds to failure offers a clear window into their character. Take time to observe those around you during their moments of struggle. Don't be misled by superficial apologies or words designed to placate. Watch their actions over time. True integrity is revealed not in victory, but in defeat. Have you had experiences similar to what we've explored here? If so, please like the video and share your valuable experiences in the comments below. Your stories are a source of strength and wisdom for everyone on this journey. Evaluate how they share personal information. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This powerful truth reminds us that the way a person speaks about themselves, the way they recount their successes and failures, paints a vivid picture of their inner world. Stoic philosophy urges us to carefully observe how others share personal information. It's not only what they say but how they say it that reveals the authenticity, or the deceit, within them. A sincere person will talk about their accomplishments with humility, focusing on the lessons learned rather than indulging in self-glorification. They understand that success is transient and that the true value lies in personal growth. They are also open about their failures, candidly admitting mistakes and emphasizing the insights gained from adversity. In stark contrast, deceitful individuals often exaggerate their successes or worse, fabricate them entirely. They embellish trivial achievements to appear more competent or admirable than they truly are. Their narratives are crafted to impress, manipulate, or elevate themselves at the expense of honesty. When listening to someone recount their experiences, ask yourself, does this person seem overly proud, constantly emphasizing their accomplishments in an inflated way? Do they fixate on minor victories to bolster their image? Moreover, pay special attention to how they discuss their failures. A truly honest person will not shy away from their missteps. Instead, they will own them and share what they learned. Meanwhile, a deceitful individual will avoid the topic altogether or blame external factors, never accepting personal responsibility. An even more telling behavior is when jealous individuals spread personal information about others, especially with the intent to gossip, belittle, or manipulate. They reveal their insecurity by focusing attention on others' vulnerabilities rather than addressing their own. By honing your awareness of how people share their personal stories, you equip yourself with a powerful tool to discern authenticity from artifice. In doing so, you continue to build a circle of trust based on sincerity, humility, and genuine respect. When someone carelessly spreads secrets entrusted to them, or even distorts and embellishes the truth to harm others, they reveal far more about themselves than the people they speak of. Such behavior is not merely petty, it's a calculated attempt to manipulate perceptions and sow chaos. This need for manipulation stems directly from deep-seated weaknesses and insecurities. Everyday conversations stay attentive to subtle signs. Does the person frequently speak ill of others? Do they often draw comparisons to subtly elevate their own status? These aren't harmless habits. They are powerful indicators of jealousy and a twisted spirit. The more attuned you become to detecting these behaviors, the better equipped you are to protect your soul from their corrosive influence. If you hear something that makes you pause and question, don't ignore that moment of doubt. Asking the right questions and trusting your observations will shield you from negativity and lead you to more authentic connections. 10. Listen to your inner voice. Have you ever encountered someone who always seems friendly and helpful on the surface, yet leaves you feeling strangely uncomfortable whenever you're around them? If your answer is yes, it's time to stop and truly listen to your inner voice. That feeling of unease could be your instincts warning you about hidden dishonesty, jealousy, or manipulation. Reflect on past experiences when you felt suspicious or uneasy around someone without being able to pinpoint exactly why. That subtle discomfort was your intuition, your internal compass picking up on inconsistencies between a person's words and their true intentions. Your instincts, or what many call the sixth sense, are crucial allies in protecting yourself from hidden threats. When something feels off, take the time to slow down, observe, and thoughtfully consider the situation. Ask yourself, does this person always seem to compete with me subtly? Do their compliments feel overly rehearsed or insincere? Small but significant signs, such as backhanded compliments, constant comparisons, or unnecessary remarks about the failures of others, can all point to jealousy and deceit. Even when someone isn't directly attacking you, you may sense a quiet undercurrent of competition or resentment in their demeanor. If you find yourself wondering, why do I feel uneasy around this person? Look closely at their patterns of behavior. Often, your discomfort is not irrational. It's a direct result of observing consciously or subconsciously that their actions and words don't align. In these moments, trust your instincts. However, Stoic philosophy also teaches us to balance instinct with reason. Your inner voice is a powerful guide, but decisions should come from a thoughtful blend of intuition and rational analysis. By harmonizing both, you ensure that your choices are grounded, wise, and free from unnecessary emotional bias. Identifying jealousy and deception. A crucial life skill. Recognizing jealousy and deception is not easy, but it is essential. These toxic energies can exist anywhere, in friendships, at work, even within family dynamics. Jealous and deceitful individuals might appear supportive outwardly, but internally, they are riddled with insecurity and inner conflict, which can silently damage your peace if left unchecked. Stoic philosophy offers us a roadmap. Live calmly, observe wisely, and act decisively. By applying the principles you've learned today, you can begin to identify negative influences early and protect yourself from emotional harm. Remember, your life is too precious to be entangled with those who do not genuinely celebrate your success and happiness. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift, inspire, and support you authentically. Use the methods we have explored together to spot and distance yourself from jealousy and deceit. You deserve a life filled with joy, peace, and positive, nurturing relationships. Thank you for taking the time to absorb these lessons. If you found these methods useful and empowering, please share them with your friends and family. Together, we can build a more conscious, supportive, and positive world. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to stay connected and receive more valuable insights. Challenge yourself. Apply at least one of these strategies starting today. Then come back and comment, "I did it," to share your experience and the changes you've noticed in your life. I'm always here, ready to listen and grow alongside you. Let Stoic philosophy be your faithful companion, helping you discover peace, strength, and wisdom on your life's journey.